It's been fun, playing tag, brainwashing you. Remember your keyword? But you keep coming, and we'll destroy your world. No friends, no allies, no empire left to fight for. Are you ready for that?
Despite our best efforts, Voss's government rejects the Jedi Code.
The Emperor has always taken a great interest in that world. I thought he sought to conquer it, but clearly he intends its destruction.
I trust you've heard the bad news. Darth Thanaton's superior on the Dark Council died, mysteriously. Darth Thanaton has succeeded him.
Then when I kill him, I will be a Dark Council member. We've arrived at the space station. From here, we can get transport to Voss. Let's figure out what we're doing.
Voss? Who ever heard of such a place? You are going crazy.
I can't believe you think you can chase us away with some mythical healing ritual.
You think you're the puppeteer, but you're just the puppet.
I'll get you out of my skull, even if it means splitting it open and grabbing you myself.
Sounds like things are getting worse up there. Hope we find this cure soon.
You've been strong, but until you control these ghosts, they're of no use to you. I've been studying Darth Vilus's journals. It seems Vilus also found himself with unwanted tenants, and came here to Voss for a cure.
What was he after? Some kind of ritual?
So it would appear. Voss is a recent and strange discovery. A utopia built around a group of Force users called Mystics. The Mystics aren't Sith or Jedi, though. For them, the Force is a conduit of healing and sometimes visions. Rituals that manipulate the Force are rare and often forbidden.
I wonder what the Voss are so afraid of.
They follow the visions of their mystics in all things, and they look to protect their society. The rituals were just too dangerous. Unfortunately, the ritual to repair your fractured mind is one of the forbidden... Stop!
Nibasai kaparada ayu papro ni magkasivan.
I was wondering when you'd show up again.
Zash mentioned a contact on Voss. I guess I'll start there.
Notes say to talk to someone called Athelis Callus. Supposed to be researching the Voss. Guess we should start there.
The revered mystic visionary Alawan has seen your path. A vision says you will bring destruction to the Voss way of life. Turn back.
Don't worry about me. You'll hardly notice I'm here, I assure you.
Outsiders are often confused. We ask once more, leave Voss be.
I am a lord of the Sith. You will have to do more than scold me.
The revered mystic visionary Alawan has seen that we must not use force to dissuade you. You will not destroy Voss. There are other means of persuasion.
Welcome to the Voss Orbital Docking Station. This facility offers state-of-the-art amenities such as a pressurized interior and radiation shielding. We hope you will enjoy your stay on this station, as access to the planet is strictly prohibited.
No droid tells a lord of the Sith where to go.
This is an Imperial edict. No one is to go to Voss without permission. The negotiations on Voss are complex, requiring subtlety, and are far too important for just any incoming transmission. My apologies. It seems Darth Serevin requests the honor of your presence in the Imperial Embassy at Voss Ka at your earliest convenience.
Get out of my way, and I'll speak with him now.
Of course. The shuttle is this way. Please don't keep Darth Serevin waiting. He's terribly important.
These charges are grave. I'm bringing the proof with me to Voss, emissary. When you see it, the three will banish the Empire from the planet.
I'm afraid Jedi Master Keln is mistaken, Emissary Samaro. No such evidence can possibly exist. I am confident that the three will find that an alliance with the Empire can only benefit your people.
I await this evidence.
Insufferable idiot. Ah, you've arrived. It's about time. No doubt you've heard some of that.
Things aren't going smoothly for the Empire here.
Voss must be brought into the Empire. Their obstinance was a problem before the Jedi began meddling. We sense a great power here, strong in the dark side. These people have powers of prophecy we have never seen before. The Empire must have this world and its secrets, and we know from experience that it cannot be taken by force.
You're trying to woo the Voss into joining the Empire, then?
It is a delicate balance. We fawn over the arrogant Voss publicly and undercut the Republic's negotiations privately. And now this Jedi Master appears and thinks he can sabotage all we've done.
Shall I get rid of this Jedi?
Your enthusiasm will serve the Empire well. A syndicate was hired to steal supplies from the city of Voskar. We then generously offered aid to the people in need. But the syndicate was made up of Hauk, brutish idiots who turned from saboteurs into raiders.
I can see why you wouldn't want this traced back to the Empire.
Indeed. The syndicate's lair is in a cave system. Silence these Hauk. Report to General Roche in Fort Godentha afterward.
Something I can help you with, Ensign?
I was hoping you could increase my security clearance, sir. At least long enough so I could know about my promotion.
What promotion are we talking about?
The top secret one, sir. I can only assume it occurred. I'm pleased to say that I finished, as best I can, putting myself through the Imperial Intelligence training regimen, save the psychological tests. With your help, I'm now almost qualified to be here. Thank you.
If you have more questions, feel free to ask.
I was taught the best operatives figure it out for themselves.
My good friend, have you noticed that the price of Dianogan tea has risen considerably since we broke the Treaty of Coruscant? One of the costs of war you never anticipate. And now my jamming device is working, so we can dispense with the inanities.
What jamming device? What are you talking about?
Just in case someone's monitoring us. Thanks to a now wealthy Kubaz information broker, I've identified the people who want me dead. They represent an organization called Project Protean, a secret research and development group inside the Imperial Science Bureau.
You are good at this game. Give me the details.
Protean researches practical applications of alien biology. You recall the genetically modified assassins who came after me? They're only the beginning. Imagine troops spliced with Abyssin genes to enhance healing, or adrenals derived from Gamorrean hormones. Most test subjects don't fare well, but you can see the potential.
If they're doing research for the military, why bother with an ex-fixer?
There's a great deal of interdepartmental rivalry in our work, and my research does overlap with theirs. They may have targeted me in order to ensure that they have no competition, inside or outside the Empire.
This is your operation. What's our next step?
Further study, I'm afraid. Right now, I'm unsure where the project is based or how to contact its members, but I wanted to keep you apprised. Now, about that Dianogan tea.
I've learned to access your culture's holographic network. Listen. $18 trillion desperate attempts to communicate per second. I hadn't realized your species were so starved for interaction.
What have you discovered, sifting through those transmissions?
I now understand your frustrations. I look at you and see neurons fire in your brain. I scan your body and know how you taste. But you are blind, alone, and confused.
What you're describing isn't what people experience at all.
Perhaps. With your biological limitations, you can only achieve primitive imitations of genuine thought and feeling. Our time together has provided new information and sensations. These will prove useful in a future upgrade.
What's going on?
Agent,
In our work with the diplomatic service, we find ourselves talking to people we once knew. We've been contemplating this.
Hello, Vector. It's Honora. I don't know if you remember me, but Bryson said he thought you would, and I wanted to talk to you. I know things didn't end well, but I never forgot. You need to get out of there. Come back to Drummond Cast and we'll get you help. We can undo what the Killicks did. There are still people who care about you.
We've watched it 17 times and meditated to the static.
You two used to be a couple?
We were nearly engaged to Honora very long ago. We never considered that there are people who want us restored to what we were. But watching this, feeling nothing, we know we're no longer who we were when we loved her.
If you could be restored, would you want it?
No. We had to know if our reaction was unnatural, but we don't think it is. We are content.
This is Watcher 3 to Cypher 9. Things are a little chaotic without Keeper, so I need a minute to pull our files on Voss. In the meantime, I did want someone more familiar, but...
Apologies for the wait. Playing catch-up with our friends in the diplomatic service, but we think we can brief you.
I didn't realize we had an expert on board.
The diplomatic service has more experience with Voss than anyone. Certainly more than me.
We never served on Voss personally. It's a newly discovered world, home to a simple humanoid civilization. One species, one government, one city. Voss Ka.
Primitive. They didn't even have spaceflight when we made first contact.
But they have art and laws and culture. More importantly, they have citizens who can use the Force. Not Jedi or Sith, but something different.
You're going too fast. Tell me more about the Voss species.
Their whole culture is based on solidarity, loyalty and obedience to family, and to the edicts of the mystics.
Those are the Force sensitives, healers and fortune tellers.
We want the Voss and the mystics to ally with the Empire. The Republic is petitioning them too, yet they remain stubbornly neutral.
Of course, half the galaxy has spies there. Who wouldn't? Keeper's files clearly indicate conspirator involvement, but no names or details. All I've got are instructions for a meet.
Keeper wasn't one to follow hunches.
I agree. She saw something in these files I don't. I'm sorry. There's a tea house in Voskar proper. You're supposed to wait for a contact. He'll identify himself with the phrase, anew as the spring. I don't know who he is, or whether Keeper told him about the Star Cabal, but he'll know more than I do.
Assuming he's in one piece.
Assuming that. Watcher 3 out.
We'll await your instructions.
Come in, outsider. You seek the alien enclave. The way isn't always clear.
Yanaton, tea for the guest.
Which tea?
All of them, until he finds one that suits him. I am Baston. This is my tea house. Forgive my daughter. We should start anew as the spring.
You're very kind. Is there somewhere we can talk?
When tea is ready, host the others. This man is a friend of a good friend. I will share his time.
We'd like to see the city, if you don't mind. Maybe look up some friends in the diplomatic service.
Don't worry. The family won't bother us, and no one else suspects. Living with these creatures for 5 years earns some credibility.
That's either quite a disguise or you're Voss yourself.
Our employers surgically altered me to look like the real Baston. The only way to infiltrate a closed society. I got to know my family, raise children, kiss my wife. I don't care how exotic they look, their breath always smells like Minok dung. It's some spice in the blasted food.
Aside from their breath, is there anything else you've noted?
I know their tics and their customs. More about their tea than I thought possible. Problem is, they're stagnant. A tea house owner is a tea house owner for life. The real politics are above my station.
I can see why you haven't drawn attention. So, what's the word?
My orders were to find you a lead on Albathius, a human who showed up a few years ago. Voss called him the Shining Man. Where he came from is a mystery. But it only took him 5 weeks to go from outsider to practically Voss. Went through a dozen rites to earn their respect. Knew their culture inside and out. Knew their politics. Textbook infiltration. Impossibly perfect.
Craft is one thing, but you make it sound like he worked miracles.
Other people tried what he did, went through Voss initiations. At best, they got a pat on the head, like a pet learning a trick. The Shining Man was something different. The Voss believed in him, and he played them perfect. Then he died peacefully, buried with honors. No one's touched the case much since, so if you want to learn what the Shining Man was up to, you've got a nasty job. Start with the tomb.
You expect to find something with the body?
Something the Voss buried. Something in the body itself. It's a place to start, anyway. Tombs at the base of the mountain, holiest place a non-Voss can be interred. Predators keep the area clear these days. If you want to go in as a pilgrim, I've left clothes and instructions at a dead drop. Give me a call once you're in.
Farid Tun returns at sunset.
Our family must prepare a welcome. We will speak again.
We are in orbit around Voss, Master SWTOR.
Be wary when you reach the surface. Voss is a strange world under the absolute control of a group of powerful Force users called the Mystics. The Mystics reject the idea that the Force has both a light and dark side. They claim to follow a neutral path, both in their politics and the Force. Despite their claims, I fear the Mystics have more in common with the Sith than with us.
Are you saying the Voss are servants of the dark side?
The Mystics use the visions given to them by the Force to control the lives of ordinary citizens. Like the Sith, they use their power to dominate others.
The Mystics are prophets who shape the direction of Voss society. The Emperor wants to wipe out all life in the galaxy. Hardly the same thing.
The dark side is subtle and insidious, as you well know. The Emperor did not begin his conquest of the galaxy by declaring his true intentions.
I'll be careful while I'm down there, Master.
A Jedi must be ever vigilant, but the Mystics are not your primary concern. We haven't uncovered the Emperor's plan to destroy Voss yet, but he recently dispatched a Sith Lord named Fulminus to this system.
Lord Fulminus created the Harrowers you faced in the Emperor's fortress. Be wary.
The Harrowers were twisted beings of pure evil.
The dark side has the power to corrupt life itself. Fulminus is a master at manipulating evolution to create unimagined horrors.
We know Fulminus is somewhere on Voss. He's communicating with the Emperor through an encrypted communications relay. We've detected several signal scramblers outside the planet's capital city of Voss-Ka. Disable them, and we can track the comm signal to his location.
You can count on me.
If you act quickly, you should be able to disable all the scramblers before Fulminus knows what's happening. Then we can find him. May the Force be with you.
Hold up a minute. Commander Harada, Station Security. Glad I caught you before the shuttle. I have an urgent message from Ambassador Janik, our envoy on Voss. I'll patch him through now.
Master Jedi, I'm well aware of the Order's stance on Voss, but the situation is getting desperate. Negotiations with the Voss have stalled, and I'm looking for high-profile help. Are you familiar with the planet?
I'm interested in an ambassador's take.
Ambassador, soldier, Jedi, civilian, we're all outsiders to the Voss. They have little knowledge of the greater galaxy and only recently obtained spaceflight from us, but they're not primitive. Their society revolves around the Mystics, Force users who have visions of the future. Those visions guide every decision the Voss make, and the Voss believe they're never wrong.
Is that all the Mystics can do? See the future?
Mystics can also become gifted healers. A Republic alliance with the Voss could be key to winning this war. Unfortunately, the Empire has the same idea. So far, the Voss have refused to take sides, and they've established rigid neutrality laws to keep us in line.
If Republic lives are at stake, don't expect me to stand aside.
We let the Empire provoke us, and we lose our chances with the Voss. We need to show the Voss that the Empire only acts respectful because of the Mystics. I'm doing everything I can to expose them, but the Voss don't seem to hear me anymore. A fresh face might help.
I'm willing to represent the Order.
The Jedi are the closest we have to a mystic. It can't hurt. I'm staying at a Voss survey outpost, keeping an eye on the Empire. Commander Harada can handle the details of getting here.
Not much to arrange. Shuttle will take you to Voss-Ka, their capital city. Local transport can get you to the survey outpost. Remember, the Voss keep all outsiders confined to the alien enclave, regardless of affiliation. Someone makes trouble, ignore them.
These accusations are ridiculous. The Republic has only tried to protect the galaxy from the Empire.
The Empire offers more power and protection than the Republic ever could, minus the rigid codes of morality.
The Empire forgets. The Voss protect themselves.
Let us pause here. I believe the Ambassador has some introductions to make.
Lord Beldis, speaking on behalf of the Empire. Laren Kai, envoy to the Three.
I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Ambassador Janek asked for this meeting.
One might even say he was desperate for it.
I'd like to show the Voss something different. An example of everything the Republic stands for.
Don't forget, Laren Kai. The Jedi Order views your mystics as tainted.
I think you've been misinformed.
Outsiders lie. Off-world conflicts mean nothing. The Voss look forward. Outsiders look back. I will say no more.
An excellent example, Ambassador. Weak and hopeless. Like you.
The more Lord Beldis talks, the worse the Republic looks. We have to show the Voss what Sith like him are really after.
Diplomacy isn't usually the Sith style.
The Empire already tried to conquer Voss. The Voss annihilated them like they'd been prepared for years. Diplomacy's their only option. We know Lord Beldis has spies in Voss-Ka. Our scouts think he's using some defunct Voss comm towers to communicate with them. The comm logs could prove Lord Beldis' designs against the Voss. I need someone to make it past the Empire's defenses.
Isn't a firefight worse than spying on someone?
If it doesn't disturb the peace or threaten the Voss, they don't concern themselves with it. Get those comm logs quick as you can. I'll be waiting.
There, good as new.
My lord, Fort Cadentha is honored by your presence. Darth Seraphim mentioned you were coming. I heard what you did to the Hux. I must admit I've wanted to exterminate those thugs for some time. Now perhaps we can strike at the Republic, albeit indirectly. Cursed diplomats and their games.
You disagree with Darth Seraphim's strategy?
I would simply prefer a more direct approach. We've detected Republic spy towers in our vicinity. If I sent men to destroy them, we would incur suspicion from the Voss. The Voss post nearby, however, appears to have come under attack. We can aid them and destroy the towers at the same time.
What enemy am I supposed to help them fight?
My scouts can't determine who or what the attackers are. The commander of the Voss post is Panthen Dro. Seek him out. Give him the Empire's full support.
Greetings, Commander. General Roche sent me to offer assistance.
Your offer is welcome. The Gormax send their monstrosities. Cleanse the wilds of these monstrosities.
What should I know about these monstrosities before I go?
Their strength is vast. Keep beyond their reach. Be well.
What the John?
You return. victorious?
I had everything under control.
I will report. Your empire is reflected well. Your General Roche asked you to report.
My lord, thank you for your aid. Our scouts reported the tower's destruction, and the Voss seem none the wiser. The Republic must be squirming right now, wishing they could strike back at us.
I'd relish the chance to engage the Republic directly.
You're not alone. I'd much prefer to end all this skulking about. Wait, we have an incoming transmission.
I am extremely pleased. The gullible Voss already talk of the heroic outsider who held back the Gormak abominations. However, we've little time to savor this victory. An opportunity has presented itself.
I've had my fill of fighting surveillance equipment, beasts, and thugs.
There is a place the locals call the Nightmare Lands. It is an area steeped in the power of the dark side. A promising Sith named Durek Vesh led a group there to search for the source of the power. Vesh was weaker than we thought. Dark energy overpowered his mind. He went mad and was captured by the Republic.
What good is a madman to the Republic?
They're almost certainly trying to pick his addled brains for information about us and the Nightmare Lands. Reports say Vesh is being moved. Under guard, naturally, but out in the open. We need him dead.
Seems highly convenient that the Republic is moving him now, just as we're trying to eliminate everything they have on us.
I would not trust this task to anyone less skilled than yourself. A failure here could cost the Empire Voss. Vesh and his escort will be leaving the SIS camp shortly. They will pass through a canyon nearby. Intercept them and leave no witnesses.
Plant this in the canyon before the convoy arrives. I wish you luck.
Tell Darth Seravan that Durek Vesh is no longer a problem, General.
Excellent, my lord. Your timing is perfect. We've heard that Jedi Master Keln has just landed in Voskar. You can report the good news to Darth Seravan. He asked to speak with you as soon as you returned.
We've missed something. Our spies report that Master Keln has already left Voskar. He's headed into the ruined city.
What is the Empire involved in there?
Nothing at all. That is what worries me. The ruins were a city that the Voss abandoned in antiquity. We have archaeologists there, but nothing compromising. Nothing in that city should harm us, and yet that is where Master Keln has gone to retrieve his evidence.
If the Jedi went to this ruined city, I'm going after him.
Eliminate Master Keln and his evidence, and the Empire will be most grateful. I will craft a suitable excuse for his absence to the Voss.
Good luck.
Spin this all you like, Ambassador. You tampered with Voss communication towers.
Is that a fact, Lord Beldis? I suppose I forged the Imperial comm logs that came out of them, too.
Stop. Neither were present. Both are blind. Those involved will answer. Did you strike against Voss?
My goal was to protect the Voss from the Empire.
Your protection is destructive. The towers were abandoned. No Voss were harmed. This will not happen again.
I can personally guarantee that, Laren Kai.
You against the Empire, and me against Lord Beldis. I'm not sure which fight was harder.
How can Laren Kai ignore the Empire's crimes?
He's been fed lies and false promises by every outsider he's met. I don't blame him for wanting undeniable proof. The comm logs don't implicate Lord Beldis directly, but they prove he has Imperial spies in Voss-Ka. One of them is Malcolm Terrax. Terrax is one of Imperial Intelligence's best agents, but now he'll be executed. We can't let that happen.
You think an Imperial spy will help us?
If we save Terrax, he might talk. The SIS spotted a new Dusk Squadron camp nearby. They're Imperial assassins, and their location is perfect for a quiet execution. I'm willing to bet they're here for Terrax.
I'll protect him as if he were one of ours.
Let's just hope he appreciates it. I'll make the arrangements for a deal with Terrax. I just hope he's still alive.
Malcolm Terrax, the Republic's offering you a pardon in exchange for information.
Oh, that's kind of you, Jedi, but I'm not that easy. The things I know are worth more than my life. What makes you think I'll share any of them with you?
Being executed for doing my job might make me a little angry.
We're trained to think of it as our final duty. I help you. I forfeit my nice, quick shot to the head. The Empire will hunt me down and make me pay. So for the Republic to give me a fighting chance, I'll need credits, supplies, and transport off-world.
You're in no position to make demands.
And you're in no position to turn them down. Safe in the arms of the Republic.
I've been waiting for you. Malcolm Terrax is on a transport bound for Coruscant. His price was steep, but worth it. There's no way Lord Beldis can talk his way out of this. Terrax was in Voss-Ka to identify failed mystics. Lord Beldis is offering them an alternative. Joining the Sith.
You either have visions or you don't.
Mystics are tested before the Voss look to them for guidance. Failed mystics pass the tests, but never have a vision. Lord Beldis has found the Voss's weak spot. He converts enough failed mystics, and the Empire won't need an alliance. I'd offer an alternative, but the Jedi see the mystics as a threat.
Have the mystics shown any interest in the Jedi?
They might if it was an option, but we have to save them first. When Terrax finds a failed mystic, he sends them to the ruined city, the remains of an ancient Voss settlement. The Sith have a training camp there. If we catch them with the failed mystics, the Voss will have to take notice.
I'll show the failed mystics what Lord Beldis really wants.
It might be a hard sell. The Voss are devoted to their beliefs. I'd like to talk to the failed mystics myself. Calm me as soon as it's safe.
Ambassador Janik, I'm in the ruined city. There are no Voss here.
I'm afraid Ambassador Janik's comm signal has been jammed. He won't be joining us. It's strange. It's almost as if you want the Voss to condemn you. So far, you've stolen files from Voss installations, freed a condemned criminal, and done murder in the ruins of an ancient Voss city. An interesting strategy.
You can't deny the proof, Lord Beldis.
There's no need. I've broken no law. The Voss joined me willingly. I've given these outcasts a purpose. If one Sith can strengthen a failed mystic, imagine what the Empire can do for Voss. Come see for yourself. Our coordinates are in this console. My acolytes would welcome the chance to show off their skills.
Return the Voss to their people. Don't make me destroy you.
In front of my adoring young charges, I dare you to try. Come when convenient. My acolytes and I look forward to your arrival.
You've interfered enough in the Empire's plans, Jedi. This ends now.
You must be Darth Seravin's puppet. All the scurrying you've done to cover the Empire's tracks was wasted. The crimes of the Sith are indelible. In ancient times, the Voss and Jedi joined forces against a common enemy, the Sith.
So you've uncovered more of Voss's history in a few months than the Voss have in centuries.
The Voss avoid these ruins. The writing on these stone tablets tells the tale. We're still translating it, but enough of the truth has surfaced already. It's over. Return to Darth Seravin. There's nothing you can do now.
Your proof won't be as convincing after I reduce it to rubble.
Hand the tablets! You've won. No more opposition. Seravin will be pleased. The tablets. Spare them, please. Without me, they can't hurt you.
If they're found and delivered to the Voss, it could cost me my life.
Take them with you. The Sith want to know what happened here. Find the source of the power in the Nightmare Lands. The answers may be here, and I would rather the truth collect dust in a Sith archive than be destroyed.
Darth Seravin may find some use for them.
Then they will endure. Good enough. Go. Return to your master. Tell him what you've done.
I've brought you something, my lord. Keln said this writing would prove that the Sith and Jedi had been to Voss before.
Interesting. Very interesting. I assumed Keln's evidence would be recent. I'll send these to the Sith Archive for study. You have served the Empire well. I will personally make certain that nothing can be traced to you.
What happens now that Keln is out of the way?
Master Keln was the only one stupid enough to stand in our way. I think we will see some progress now. You should be proud. You've utterly crushed the Republic's hope of victory. They will not recover soon.
I bring word.
Emissary, I wasn't expecting you. Do come in.
A mystic has had a vision concerning outsiders. One who has come seeking silence shall keep the Gormak from the stars and bring new wisdom to Voss.
I think I'm the outsider you're looking for.
Indeed she is, Emissary. In fact, we brought her to Voss knowing that she had a destiny to fulfill for your people.
Then I must report to the three. There is much to be done.
That was well played. You had that fool wrapped around your finger. Their naivety can be made to serve us. Fulfill this vision, and it will surely lead them to ally with the Empire.
Where should I start, my lord?
Make a pilgrimage to the Shrine of Healing. It is a place these idiots revere greatly. All outsider pilgrims must have Fadeth Kai's permission to enter. Seek him out and get his approval.